Hello and welcome to Crooked House Gaming. Here at Crooked House Gaming, we like to explore the gameplay of simulation games, usually through a series of Let's Plays. If this sounds like something you're interested in, be sure to hit that like button. And if you're new here, welcome, and be sure to hit that subscribe button so you won't miss any future episodes. Today we're going to continue to explore the gameplay of the Tenants, so let's dive in. I just logged on, and it looks like there is the Manhattan update. The biggest update in our early access history, and the last major update on our development roadmap towards the full release brings about many significant changes. Apart from a completely new district, the Manhattan itself, we introduce some changes to the core gameplay. The most important of which is the rework of our utility system in the upgrades and subscription systems. If you're playing on a save started on a previous version of the game, you most likely have to configure the utilities for all of your properties. To do this, click on the apartment, go to the upgrades tab, look at the status of the core upgrades, electricity, heating, and water. You'll need to install and configure the lacking ones by placing sockets and heating vents in your rooms. We apologize for this inconvenience, but we didn't want to limit ourselves by the changes to core gameplay aspects that we felt truly needed changes. We hope this update will bring you plenty of fun. So we are going to have to do some major changes on our properties, possibly this episode. So let's get into the gameplay. We've unlocked wall murals, a set of fancy wallpapers that enliven a boring room. We've also unlocked arcade, perfect equipment for fans of retro gaming. It's not a proper man cave without one of these beauties. We're still working on the 10 grand achieve. Sign a lease agreement for a tidy sum. Task, sign a lease with a rent over $10,000. We need to find the utilities. As we click on our property and we get the panel for treehouse, we can go to this double arrow up. It has a little red dot here and it says upgrades. One-off permanent improvement installation always takes time and sometimes requires the help of your uncle. Electricity configure required, $150 per outlet, 10 hours of work duration. Heating configuration required, 10 hours of work duration. Water installation needed, $250 per water tap, 10 hours per duration. We're going to have to do electricity, water. We're going to configure that. So Uncle Steve is coming in here. Warning, missing utility access water. So we need to click on a utility. Basically, it looks like we click on the item we need to plug in. This is a $600 power outlet. I'll put it over there. That's a double one. We'll do this one is a power outlet here. This is our gameplay today. Me installing power. Let's rotate this around and see what we have to do. It looks like we need electricity for the television. We will put a double pronger here. Oh, it wanted me to put one in the bathroom. I didn't want to put one in the bathroom. I wanted to put one right here. And it looks like we need an outlet in the bedroom right there. Can we rotate these things? Looks like we need an electrical outlet right here. So it looks like these are floor wall outlets and the other ones are wall outlets. So now we're going to have to upgrade water. We are going to have to do this on all of our properties. It's really inconvenient. We are going to install our water. We'll have Uncle Steve come in and do that. The water is being installed, $250 per tap, and we can configure our heating as well. Looks like they took out the radiators. Abby Richardson says, looks like the lease for one of your tenants, Anya McLean, a rent currently is $1,528. It's feeling rather meh. It's coming to an end. Do you want me to try to negotiate an extension on your behalf? Do it. We are trying to put this vent in. Coverage is right there. We'll put that in right there. Abby Richardson says, right on, driving down to see them as we speak. This heating vent is covering this area. Now we want to put a heating vent in here and we're really limited as to where we can put it. So the heating is now going to be covering that area and there's no heating in the bathroom. So let's see if we can put a heating vent in here somewhere. Right there. Error, piece of furnishing, missing a required item. And what are these little things? Missing utility, water. Uncle Steve, you can head on out. This is an interesting bit of gameplay. We also get a tenant heart. I don't know what that stands for. Oh, he's very happy with what we did by putting heating in his flat. Abby Richardson says, okay, looks like we got an extension for 120 days. New rent is $1,593. I love Abby Richardson. She usually gets me a rent increase. We're trying to configure the water now. We're playing on an older game save file, so we are required to upgrade these things. Okay, so we'll put a plumbing piece in right there. This is going to take a lot of our money, and we'll put a plumbing piece in right over here. I don't know what these little yellow tap thingies are. Looks like we possibly have done the things we're supposed to do. We're going to send Uncle Steve on out. So he's able to take a shower. I'm going to take a look to see if there's any other things we need to upgrade. It looks like nothing else needs to be upgraded. A home share license, 14 hours work duration, increases the maximum number of tenants to rent rooms at once. Monitoring, the biggest fear of all thieves. We could install that, but I don't think so. We do have another property here. Let's go over to Oral Lake Road and try to upgrade this flat. It looks like the water is being installed. It looks like our tenant is off working. Abby Richardson says, looks like the lease of one of your tenants, Emma Buck, currently at 988, is feeling rather met. It's coming to an end. Do you want me to try to negotiate an extension on your behalf? Do it. Uncle Steve's got to come in. Oh my goodness, Uncle Steve, there's so much you got to do here. We can install a tap right there. Abby Richardson says, right on, driving down to see them as we speak. We'll put one in over here for the sink. We will put one over here for the tub. Looks like the tap's got to go here. Looks like they're very particular as to where to place the taps. We need to put some water out here for the garden. Uncle Steve is stuck. We are going to log out. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. Looks like there's a party of some sort. Abby Richardson says, okay, it looks like we got an extension of 120 days. The new rent is $957, so she lost a little money with Abby Richardson. Looks like Jenna Hudson is having a house party. We are trying to install water. Uncle Steve is trying to come over here and configure this. We can install a tap right there. And the rest we need is electricity. We are going to install some electricity for her. We have a lot of electricity in here that we need to install. Go into her bedroom and we'll put in another $2. We'll put one right there. Building manager says, you got some noisy tenants here. Reprimand them or there'll be consequences. You're right, I'll talk to them. We need to do a wall outlet. Utility for the refrigerator. We'll put one in for the stove. And it looks like that's all we need for that. And we'll put one in for the television over here. Jenna Hudson says, sorry, I'll be more quiet. Yeah, we're at her flat while she's having this party. Telling me there's no water here. You're telling me there's no electricity here. So we'll put this unit in right here. So this is missing access to the water and I can't move it. Uncle Steve, it looks like that's all you can do here. Why don't you head on out? Let's configure the heating for this flat so that Jenna has heat in her house. We'll put a unit right there. But she did give us a heart over here. We'll pick that up in a minute. We'll put some heating right here. This is really eating into our personal cash. We'll put a heating unit in on the wall and we'll put a heating unit in right there. I will send Uncle Steve on out because I cannot move this hose. We'll grab that tenant heart. Let's take a look to see what else we can do here in this flat. That's pretty much all we need to do. We're gonna have to do that in the slums, but I'm not gonna be doing that today because we just spent a big chunk of change installing heating and water and utilities. We're gonna have to take a job to earn back some of our money. We could take this elite contract at Patterson Road 14. The payment will be $21,550. In the end, we managed to schedule a game, but it turned out that the apartment needed renovation. Help us because we will never find a day that works for everyone again. Requirements: total makeover budget $13,250. We'll pay extra if the job is done in 12 days. Finishing guideline: prestige. They don't mind the walls. Let's accept this job. And head on over to Patterson Road 14. Here we are at Patterson Road 14. Let us begin the cleaning. Uncle Steve is going to come over here and repair this wall. Welcome, traveler. I see that our paths have finally crossed. Me and my tabletop RPG pals have been planning to build our very own gaming dungeon for a while. Imagine all the possibilities: hunting down trolls in a cave that never ends, surrounded by foes on from every side, dexterity checks failing at every turn. So pick up your weapon and let's do this. Who knows? Perhaps if you succeed on this quest, one day you'll join us for a memorable session. And I couldn't read the rest of it because it went too fast. We have questionable items. What does this say? Something is blocking the path to it. We're trying to repair things. Let us have Uncle Steve allocate this to player storage. There doesn't appear to be anything else that Uncle Steve can do, and it looks like we're getting points in scavenger. Let's send Uncle Steve out and we'll begin the renovation. We have 12 days to complete this job. This is the Geek House. We need an A prestige. They want us to focus on prestige. Okay, we're gonna move some of these things because things are getting blocked. So we're gonna move this here. We are looking for gamer, bar, and cozy, and we do not want Zen Zen, no fitness, and no classical. Doesn't look like we need walls, or they don't even need a bathroom. They want us to finish the floors in a linoleum. We'll just do a basic floor. They want yellow walls. We could do this contemporary wall all around the house. They want a fantasy table. We got 2 of them. We can put the fantasy table in here. I'm gonna move this fantasy table out here. I'm gonna move this fantasy chair and this fantasy chair. We need 12 of these fantasy chairs. Okay, so we have 12 of those. We need RPG table overlay. 1 on each table. We need a fantasy fireplace. We'll put the fantasy fireplace over here so both rooms can see it. We'll put armor in this corner, and we are gonna move the armor over in this corner. We need fantasy rule books, 2 of them. This will be where the DM sits, right there, and we'll do another one over here, fantasy rule book. This is where the DM sits on this table. We need a dragon head. We'll put the dragon head right there. We need 2 dragon heads. Is there another color? We could do a red dragon head right there. Ooh, this is the red dragon head room, and this is the green dragon head room. We need a poster. What do we got here for posters? Gamer. Space battle. Space battle poster. Item provided by the client. We all love our decorating our bedrooms with posters of our favorite bands or movies. Okay, we'll put that one right over there. We could put our books in here. We want fantasy book stands. We'll put 1 fantasy book stand right there. We'll put another fantasy book stand here. Another one here. We need a lamp. We do want cozy. We're gonna do this one, and we're gonna do it in a red. This is the red room. We'll put that light right there. And this one is the green room. We'll put a green lamp right in this corner. We don't have electrical. We put in electrical stuff. Utilities, electricity. Okay, Uncle Steve. You need to put in a power outlet right there. And you're gonna need to put in a power outlet right there. And you need to head on out, Uncle Steve. We need 1 more fantasy book stand. We're gonna put this one right over here behind the DM. We need books. We need 8 of them. We need fantasy books because it's fantasy. These are sci-fi books. Those sci-fi books are gonna go in here. We need life's advice books. We'll put those on the bottom shelf. And we need some history books. We'll put those over there. We need some more fantasy books because this is the fantasy dungeon. So we need lots of those. And we're gonna put those history books here because this particular DM likes history. That is 7. We just need 1 more. We'll put some life's advice books right there. We need a toy armory. We're gonna color this one green and gray. We'll put the toy armory over here. Put this toy armory right here. We need some small decorations. We'll put a contemporary gamer Rubik's Cube on this bookcase. We need some fantasy figurines. How big is that? That is pretty huge. We're gonna put that one right over there. How many of those do we need? Or what other options do we have? Red to red one over here. Fantasy decorations. We'll do a big sword right here behind this DM. This black one. This is the green room, so we're gonna put a green flag decoration right there. And this is the red room, so we'll put a red flag decoration right here. And what else do we need? We are so running out of money. What do we have in here? We can sell this armor. We do have this shield. We can put this shield right there. We need 2 more fantasy decorations. We'll do a fantasy banner in here. We need 1 more fantasy decoration. I'll put that shield right over the armory. We need some basic wall decor. Put a calendar in the calendar for our day's events, guys. This is when we're having our games. We're gonna do this green fan over here next to the light. That's all our wall decor. We need 1 more small decoration. Our prestige is a B out of an A. We're gonna use this $25 isosphere. We're gonna put it on top of the fireplace. We need wall plants. We need 2 of them. We don't want Zen though, so we have to find some sort of basic-y thing. Cottage and posh. We can do this one. We're gonna hang these flowers on the wall under this window and under this window right there. They want us to do 2 fantasy figures, but unfortunately these fantasy figures are costing quite a lot of money. Those are pricey. I don't know if we'll be able to get another one in here. We're gonna move this banner over here. We'll put a fantasy figurine in this room, and we have enough for 1 more fantasy figurine. Yellow one right there. We have 11 days and we have $138 remaining. We have prestige of a B out of an A. I don't even know what else we could possibly put in here. And what are you telling me, sir? You are telling me you need to be near Santa something, and you know what? I'm just gonna sell you because we just aren't gonna deal with that. We'll put this torch over here. We have $318 remaining because we sold a thing. Yeah, we'll put fancy cups right there on the fireplace. Gamer bar and cozy. Yeah, so we'll put a little chair chair right there. We probably should have put a light over here. Well, you know, we can move this gamer torch over here. We have $169 remaining. We're gonna put this bar rug right near the portal, and we got $50 remaining. Maybe they don't always play tabletop RPGs. Maybe they play board games sometimes. We'll put a board game stack in here right there. We have $1 remaining. We have a prestige of a B out of an A. We are going to deliver the job and see how this goes with our new update. Here comes the individual who hired us, and they're coming over and they're looking at the wall plants, and they think they love these wall plants, and they're walking off. They're going into the green room where the green gamers play, and they're looking at the fantasy chairs. They love the fantasy chairs. I should have changed the color of the fantasy chairs. They're looking at the books on the fantasy bookcase, and they love those. Looking at the overall design of the RPG dungeon house, and they just love it. Roll for initiative. New unique items unlocked from Geek House contract. Complete this elite contract 3 times and unlock all the items. Let's take a look at our review from the Geek House. Great sorceress from Patterson Road 12. We got 5 stars. I thought only my brother-in-law could do such miracles with a putty knife and a paint roller. Amazing agent. Here's a tip for good work. Required furnishings 5 stars. Preferred furnishing 5 stars. Floors 5 stars. Walls 5 stars. Prestige 5 stars. First impression 5 stars. We got a bonus of $8,620 for a total payout of $30,170. I am going to have to upgrade my slums apartment for this new Manhattan update. I'm going to have to go in there and change the water and the electricity, but I will not be doing that during this episode. I'm going to end the episode here. Thank you so much for stopping by our Cricket House. If you like what you saw, be sure to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button if you want to follow Smitty on his journey to create his landlord empire. It really helps us out. Have a great week. See you soon.